Jiri, when you were injured, you obviously vacated the belt so the division could move on, but then there was a draw, and then there was an injury, and so it didn't really move on. In hindsight, do you wish maybe you hadn't vacated the title and that you'd have kept it this time, or do you feel like it was the right choice?
It was the right choice because show must go on. The division must still grow. Let us see who's the best guy now here, and this guy I want to face.
Nice. And I know you still kind of consider yourself champion. So what does a victory here mean for you? I mean, is this an amazing new accomplishment in your career to come back from injury and win this again, or is this simply just restoring order in the division, so to speak?
It depends. One side in me, it's taking that it's another fight, another place, another opponent. No, there's no other thing. But the second thing, beautiful city, New York, Madison Square Garden, main event, great opponent. I'm happy for that. So, like that.
Alex, with this fight, with a win now in the title, you would be part of a select group of athletes that have been champions in two weight divisions, especially the first Brazilian since Amanda Nunes. A record also because of 7 fights. What other records are you chasing?
Bom, quando eu cheguei na organização...
When I came into the UFC, my goal was to be a champion. That's what I wanted to be, and I was able to accomplish that. And then it just kind of happened naturally. If you think about it, I've mentioned the middleweight got hard for me. I've spoken about it. You all know about the weight and how it's so much better right now. And it happened now having an opportunity to be a champion in another division. I don't know after that. We'll see what happens.
E agora estou tendo a oportunidade para ganhar esse cinturão. E depois eu não sei o que acontece. A gente vai trabalhar e pô, passo de cada vez.
How special is it that you're about to become the first person to headline 2 UFC events at Madison Square Garden?
Poxa, todo mundo sabe que eu fiz.
It's immense. It's just so important. Everybody knows the history and what I was able to accomplish here in middleweight. It's such a special moment, and believe me, I am really happy. I just don't smile much, but believe me, I am happy.
Estou muito feliz.
And of course, the UK have had 2 champions, Michael Bisping and Leon Edwards. What would it mean to you to bring the interim title back to the UK?
Yeah, it's massive. UK MMA is so big right now. Like we've got such a small country. We've got so many good fighters in the UFC right now, and in other organisations as well. Like we're doing so well as a country, and it's massive for me to win the heavyweight title and bring it back to the UK is absolutely massive.
You said the shirt was very sexy. You had deep into your pockets for this. Where is it from? Shout out the guy.
You don't think it's sexy?
I do. You said it. You said it was a sexy shirt.
Does it look sexy on me though?
100%.
Oh, thanks. That's very nice of you. I think you can't polish a turd, but I'm trying my best over here. I'm not going to shout out where it's from, because they didn't give it me for free. If I got it for free, you better believe I'm name dropping. But I had to pay for this, so I ain't shouting nobody out.
Yesterday, you said that Sergei was probably the scariest man in MMA. So I'm just wondering, first impression seeing him on stage here.
Pretty scared. Scary guy, mate. Yeah, he's definitely an intimidating guy. But that being said, I do my best work when I'm scared. Fear is something that I have a really good relationship with, and it gives me a superpower. So generally speaking, the more scared I am, the better I do in the fight. So that's... DC actually told me today about, what was it, a honey badger, the animal?
Yeah, honey badgers are the league leaders in fear, so they're pretty dangerous in combat.
That's me. I'm the honey badger moving forward, so I'm happy with that. That's cool. I think the biggest issue that he's got fighting a guy like me is there's not another guy like me in the heavyweight division. It doesn't exist. Like, it literally doesn't exist. There's nobody 6'5", 260 who moves like I move. He can get all the training partners in the world that he wants, but you can't replicate a guy like me in the gym. And also, I'm not going to stand in the middle of the cage and have a shootout with him. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to have a measuring competition with him, both literally and figuratively, because he'll probably win both. You know what I mean? So we're going to... we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens, mate. We're going to see what happens.
As far as the short notice, is this kind of a weird fight where that short notice might not play into a factor because this fight could well be over in 5 minutes?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, mate. It's heavyweight MMA with two massive guys. I'm a massive guy. Obviously, he's a massive guy. We've both got some big heads. You know, we're both sniper's dream, they like to call me with this head. So let's see if we can both, let's see if we can land on each other. And I'm sure one of us is going to land at some point.
This week has been, everything's gone so fast. But have you had a moment to just pause and reflect on the journey that you've had to get to this point?
Not really. I'll probably do that when I've retired, to be honest. Like, this sport is like, Saturday will be done, and then it'll be like, when's the next one? That's the way it works. It's like, when's the next one, when's the next one, when's the next one? And I think that when you stop and then start thinking about what you've done so far, that's time you start getting a bit comfortable. And I ain't trying to be comfortable. I'm trying to be the best heavyweight walking the face of the earth. I'm not trying to be comfortable. So I'll look back when I've retired. I'll tell the kids, I'll tell the grandkids, I'll tell anyone who will listen how good I was. But for right now, I'm focused on the task at hand, and that is obviously Saturday night.
Fans were very excited to watch John Jones fight Stipe Miocic, but I think both of these men in the new main event said, not a lot of fans asked for refunds because, we're still fighting on that card too. So do you get a sense that this fight in the main event is really one of these fights that fans just have circled throughout the rest of the cards lined up?
It's a dream scenario for fight fans, right? And the promotion cuts my check, but I am a hardcore fan at my core when it comes to MMA. And the fact that there was no buildup for a fight of this magnitude is systematically crazy. The fact that these two men 3 weeks ago were probably not going to be the next fight for each other, and now they're fighting for an interim belt. Who knows what's going to happen with the two legends and that legacy fight and what the future for those two men will hold thereafter. But as far as I'm concerned, we're crowning a new heavyweight champion this weekend. We will have two heavyweight champions, and we'll see where we go from there. But we got the two best guys in the world, I think, right now, other than those other two, and we're excited, my man.